The Chicago Bears, one of the oldest teams in sports, entering their 106th season, known for their tough defense and great ground and pound, take on another team with a great ground and pound history, the Washington Redskins, here live at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, for Monday Night Football. 91,000 plus on hand. I'm Joe Cartagena. I'll be your play-by-play and your color commentator. It's week 3 of the NFL regular season. Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Redskins here at FedEx Field. We've got a packed house, 2 storied franchises, lots of great history between the 2 teams. Chicago Bears been around for over 100 years, if you can believe that. And today we'll get to see the historic, legendary John Riggins, the all-time leading running back for the Redskins in yardage, touchdowns. And guess who his backup is? You won't believe it. Another great running back. Number 26, Clinton Portis, the coin toss. And the Redskins win the toss and will elect to receive. Kevin Butler will put his right foot to the football, and we're underway here. Short kickoffs at the 17. And that's Alfred Morris of the 2012 Redskins, the up man on the return. Sonny Jurgensen out to Clinton Portis to the far sideline. Short gain. Sonny Jurgensen. Play action. Bootleg. And he's taken down by Bears defensive end Mark Carrier. Suddenly it's 3rd down. Sonny, plenty of time. Plenty of time. Sets up camp. Throws down the field. And he's got the number 1 leading receiver in Redskins history, number 81. That is Art Monk. Art Monk with over 800 career receptions with the Redskins. Jurgensen time again. Over the middle, Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed, who played on those 2012 Redskin team with RG3, an exciting team that was in his rookie season. Here's John Riggins, the J train, to the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown, Redskins, John Riggins, the all-time leading running back for Washington. And just like that, it's 6-0. Mosley on the point after. Chicago, known for their tough defense. The 1985 Bears and those Hall of Fame defensemen that they had. Redskins able to put some points on the board against a really tough defense there. And here's Jim McMahon over the middle. That's Brandon Marshall. Played on those early 2010 Bear teams with Jay Cutler and some good Bears teams in those 2010 years. Over the middle. That's a 1st down, Chicago. Chicago early on moving the football down the field. Here's McMahon. It's a delayed handoff. No, it's not. Fooled me out. McMahon taken down by the great London Fletcher, former Super Bowl winner with the Rams. And, of course, those great years with Buffalo. And then, of course, with the Redskins. And here's the legendary, of course, number 34, Walter Payton, the Hall of Famer. McMahon setting up camp. Plenty of time. Down the field. Looking for a man. He's got Payton. What a catch. 1st down in Redskins territory. And Chicago is moving the football. Direct snap to Payton, but he's stuffed by the Redskins front 7, which has their own impressive front 7. Blitz. McMahon gets rid of it. Incomplete. And suddenly it's 3rd down. And nowhere to go. It'll be 4th down. Chicago will attempt a field goal, put some points on the board. Kick is up. And it's good. 7-3 here in the first quarter. Butler to kick off. Alfred Morris again on the return. Alfred Morris, who had a 1,600-yard season in his rookie year with RG3. It was an impressive offensive output from Washington in all facets, from RG3 Santana Moss, Pierre Garçon, some great Redskins on that 2012 team that didn't make the playoffs, 10-6 record. Here's the great Clinton Portis. Clinton Portis across close to the 50. Of course, Clinton Portis acquired in that trade, that historical trade with Champ Bailey, who ended up being a Hall of Famer, and down goes Sonny Jurgensen, Khalil Mack off the edge. And it's 2nd and 15. Jurgensen, plenty of time, fires down the sideline. He's got Art Monk. Art Monk down to the 15, down to the 14. Redskins moving the ball here. Inside Chicago territory. Play action. Jurgensen, end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a guy, he overthrew him in the back corner of the end zone. And here's the delayed handoff to Clinton Portis, who's stuffed. Nowhere to go for Miami University's Clinton Portis. Part of those great U teams of the early 2000s with his late teammate Sean Taylor and Santana Moss as well. Mosley to put it up for the Redskins and doinks it in just inside that left upright. It's 10-3 Redskins. The dangerous Hall of Famer Devin Hester on the return. Hester out across the 30 to the 35. It's a good return, a good start for Chicago. Here's McMahon. Play action. Plenty of time. Now gets rid of it. He's got Brandon Marshall down in the Redskins territory, down to the 40. 1st and 10 Chicago. Here is a direct snap, what appeared to be a direct snap to Walter Payton, who's breaking free inside the 20. 1st down, Chicago. And they'll keep it on the ground because why not? Walter Payton is having a hot hand right now with the football. McMahon, no, it's a direct snap again. The direct snap, they've called it a few times now to Walter Payton. And why not give your best player the football? It makes the most sense. Payton again with it. And close to a 1st down, they'll measure, and he'll be just short. We'll see what the legendary George Halas, the coach of the Bears for those great teams, will do here. Butler will put it up for 3. Good. At the 10-6 Redskin lead early on. Here in the 1st half. Kickoff again. Alfred Morris, his 3rd return of the game so far. He'll take it out of the end zone. Alfred Morris down to the 10. Not a good decision there from Morris. Redskins got to go 90 yards to put up a touchdown here. Short pass. Portis out of the backfield. Portis, 1st down. Out across the 20. And I'll tell you, both teams moving the football really well here. Jurgensen rolling out. Fires down the field, down the left sideline. He's got Clark for the 1st down inside Chicago territory. Redskins will use a timeout here. And they'll attempt a field goal right before the half. Kick is up. And good. It's a 13-6 Redskin lead as we get close to the end of the 1st half. It's a short kick to the 20. Hester still dangerous either way. Devin Hester out to the 35, and that'll do it for quarter number 2. We send it down to Hank for some halftime highlights. Hank.
Hey Joe, thanks. This is Hank in the studio with a halftime update for Monday Night Football between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins / Commanders. First drive for the Washington Redskins / Commanders. Art Monk, the leading receiver in Redskins / Commanders history, would catch it deep to get into Bears territory, and off of his injury, John Riggins would find the end zone. This was a great homecoming for him and his team, helping his team to get on the board first. But then the first drive for the Chicago Bears, Jim McMahon in Washington territory would find Walter Payton Sweetness, the leading receiver for the Washington Commanders / Redskins, and this would lead to a Kevin Butler made field goal after the drive stalled. Not too many points for the Bears, but Kevin Butler really got it in. Clinton Portis of the Redskins / Commanders would help the team in their second drive, helping them to get close to enemy territory. And then Art Monk, with his second big catch of the game, would get it into the red zone, but the drive would stall. Mark Mosley would add a field goal kick. It's up. It's good. It's a 7-point ball game for the Redskins / Commanders. But Jim McMahon on the next drive, play action, finds Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall helps the Bears get into Redskins / Commanders territory. And then Walter Payton Sweetness would bob and weave. No one was able to catch him until he got into the red zone. But on 3rd and 1, direct snap to Sweetness, and the measurement team comes out. The chain gang says it's 4th down, and this would be an addition of another field goal by Kevin Butler. Score is 10-6. You might think that's the end of the half, but Sonny Jurgensen and the Redskins / Commanders would have other ideas. Throwing it down the left side to Gary, Clutch City Clark, and this would set up a Mark Mosley made field goal. The Washington Redskins / Commanders have a 7-point lead, 13-6 at halftime. Back to you, Joe.
Joe Cartagena live back here at FedEx Field, doing play-by-play and color commentary. But I'm up for the challenge either way. Hey, FedEx Field, 91,000 on hand. Mosley to kick off here. Hall of Famer Devin Hester to return. And Devin Hester was so fun to watch during my high school years, into my early 20s. Just a fun player to watch, even as a non-Bears fan. Obviously, Hester was our generation's, dare I say it, our generation's Brian Mitchell. And as a Redskins fan, it's tough to say that, because Brian Mitchell in himself was a great special teamer for the Redskins, and of course later on with the Philadelphia Eagles. And as a first down, what a throw from Jim McMahon to Walter Payton, who's been one of the leading receivers in today's game. Here's Payton, was stuffed this time. Redskins trying to game plan around Walter Payton, but the problem is you have other great players on the Chicago offense. You got Brandon Marshall. You have, Super Bowl winner Alshon Jeffrey, who won it with the Philadelphia Eagles later in his career. Here's London Fletcher on the sack. The great London Fletcher. And the Redskins will punt the ball. First punt of the game today. I'm sorry, the Bears will punt the ball to the Redskins, rather. Pardon me. Here's Morris again, who's doing a lot of special teams duties today. Morris, a good return. Out to the 25. Oh, there's an injury on the play. Looks to be Alfred Morris, and it is Alfred Morris, and he will be carried off the field. And we'll keep you updated on that as we get an update. And looks like Brian Mitchell will do the returning going forward in today's game. Here's Portis to the left side. Redskins, of course, known for the Hogs. Back in the 1980s with those big boys up front on the offensive line. Joe Jacoby and all those guys from back in the day doing the blocking here for the Redskins. And here's a handoff to Portis, who's stuffed. And the Redskins will have to punt. Bragg boots it away to the dangerous Devin Hester. His first punt return. Not much on that. It's a close game here. They're kind of a defensive battle in a way. They're both teams moving the football, but have to settle for field goals for the most part so far in this contest. And here's a handoff to Payton, and he's stuffed. And now looks like both teams' defenses really stepping up now. Trying to keep it a low-scoring battle. Here's McMahon, plenty of time. Down the field, he got it for the first down. First and 10 Chicago. They set up in Redskin territory. McMahon looks to be a fumble for a second, but it is ruled incomplete. Whistled down. And Peyton is stuffed there. Redskins defense really stepping up now. Of course, the Redskins have their own great defenders in their history, too. Of course, you got Charles Mann. You got the great the late great Sean Taylor. London Fletcher, Champ Bailey. Of course, the Hall of Famer Darrell Green, as Butler puts it in for 3. And it's a 4-point game here in Landover, Maryland. And it's a short onside kick attempt, and the Bears get it. We're getting back to those Redskin defenders over the years. Of course, they have the great London Fletcher. You go even further back, of course, to the Hall of Famer Darrell Green, one of the NFL's all-time leading interception cornerbacks. And for a man of his smaller size to do what he did over the years is really impressive. And that'll doink for no good. No good. It's a doink. Just a single doink, not a double doink. And Redskins take over in great field position here. Jurgensen over the middle, incomplete. And we'll see what the Redskins' offensive attack here, whether they want to run the ball out or put up more points. Here's Jurgensen on a rollout. Throws across the field. He's got Portis, who breaks into the open field. Portis for the touchdown. Clinton Portis out of the University of Miami. Second leading running back in the Redskins history. Of course, acquired in that trade with Champ Bailey, a fan favorite. Clinton Portis, from what I remember, used to dress up as funny characters in his interviews. And just was a really finesse running back. A combination of power and agility and speed was Clinton Portis. Whereas John Riggins, of course, known for his devastating power running that got him to the Hall of Fame. And, of course, the Super Bowl. Clinton Portis, the more finesse, speed, power combo running back. And I tell you, something Clinton Portis was really not talked about enough for was his pass blocking. He would stand in there in the pocket and really go at it with 250-pound, 60-pound linebackers like nothing. I mean, it was unbelievable to watch Clinton Portis in pass block and pass protection sets. Here's McMahon, plenty of time. Fires short. That's Gale Sayers. That's the first time calling his name in this contest. Gale Sayers, gain of a couple. McMahon, roll out again. He goes down. Fletcher, multiple sacks in today's contest. London Fletcher, number 59, Super Bowl winner with the Rams. It was McMahon again, rolling out. Says, screw it, I'll try it again. Down the field to the end zone, incomplete. McMahon, play action again. Fire short, that's Gale Sayers, short gain. It's 4th and 13, game on the line. This is it. And they'll hand it, and he'll be stopped short. And that could very well do it here. Handing off to Clinton Portis, who we just got done talking about. First down, Clinton Portis. Clinton Portis with back-to-back 1,500-yard seasons back in the earlier mid-2000s. Double-digit touchdown seasons as well. And he was a workhorse. That's a guy, 25, 30 touches a game, and he was all for it. Almost demanded it from, of course, legendary Hall of Fame coach Joe Gibbs, and that'll do it. It's a 20-9 final. Redskins come away with the home victory. As you can see there, it's total yardage almost dead even. The game was a lot closer than the score suggests. but it was, either way, an entertaining game. A lot of Hall of Fame players that we had the privilege to watch today in this game, in this contest. Art Monk, Walter Payton, Jim McMahon, Sonny Jurgensen, you name it. Bunch of great players. We will send you back to the studio to Hank for some post-game highlights. I'm Joe Cartagena, and thank you all for watching Monday Night Football.
Thanks, Joe. This is Hank with the Bears, Washington Redskins / Commanders post-game Monday Night Football game. The third quarter wasn't very action-packed, but the end was pretty good. Brandon Marshall helps to get the Bears inside Washington territory, and this would lead to a Kevin Butler-made field goal. It's a 4-point game. Bears kicked a lot of field goals. They also kicked a surprise onside kick that was recovered by the Bears, and they would try another field goal. This one around a 65-yarder, and it was doinked off the uprights. It's no good, and this would allow the Redskins / Commanders to throw the dagger to Clinton Portis out of the University of Miami. And the Washington Redskins / Commanders would win this game by a final score of 20-9. Both teams stand at 2-1. Thanks, Joe, for the commentary. This is Hank with the PR52 YouTube channel signing off. Have a nice night.